You think viral content is about views? About algorithms? About trends that vanish in 24 hours? Think again. Hidden in plain sight, for over 800 years, is a tiny, perfect machine, 14 lines, a strict rhyme scheme, one sharp turn in the middle, and it survived crusades, plagues, revolutions, and the birth of the internet. This isn't poetry. It's software for the soul. Meet the sonnet, invented by a bureaucrat, perfected by a heartbroken scholar, reinvented by a playwright who mocked love itself, and still, right now, being written in bedrooms, cafes, and phones across the world. Stick with us. This changes how you see every love song, every breakup post, every moment you've ever tried to make sense of your heart. And if you're new here, welcome. Hit subscribe and tap the notification bell. You won't want to miss what comes next. It started in 13th century Sicily, not in a poet's garret, but in the court of Emperor Frederick II, a place where Arabic, Greek, Latin, and Provençal cultures collided. And the man who built the first sonnet, Giacomo da Lentini, a notary. Yes, a government clerk. His job, writing legal documents, precise, structured, logical. And one day, he applied that same precision to love. He took an 8-line folk song, the Strambotto, and added 2 tercets, 14 lines, a fixed form, a perfect container for chaos. Why? Because love, courtly, feudal, impossible love, needed rules, needed structure, needed a way to hold its contradictions. Sweet things taste of bitterness. The wound love gives is also the cure. This wasn't romance. This was emotional engineering. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever written a sonnet, or even read one? Drop a thumbs up if this is your first deep dive. When Frederick II died, the sonnet didn't fade. It migrated to Florence, to poets like Dante Alighieri. And here's where it transformed. No longer just about serving a distant lady. Now it was about salvation. In La Vita Nuova, Dante turned his beloved Beatrice into a bridge to God. The sonnet became a prayer, a mystical vessel, a way to translate human longing into divine language. This was the Dolce Stil Novo, the sweet new style. Love wasn't just passion, it was purification. And the sonnet, its perfect architecture, problem in the octave, resolution in the sestet, became a map for the soul's ascent. Could you imagine a poem guiding you to God? Tell us your thoughts below. Then came Francesco Petrarca, the OG influencer of introspection. He didn't just write sonnets, he codified them. Octave, RBBA, RBBA, sestet, CDE, CDE, or CDCD, CD. And the Volta, the turn at line 9, the moment everything shifts. His canzoniere, not just love poems to Laura, they were philosophical battlegrounds, between flesh and spirit, between time and eternity, between earthly desire and divine peace. He used Plato, he used Cicero, he used his own trembling heart, and he proved something revolutionary. A little song, a sonetto, could carry the weight of the universe. This wasn't humble poetry, this was epic emotion in miniature. Remember the Rota Virgili, the ancient rulebook that ranked poetry: pastoral, humble, didactic, middle, epic, elevated. By those rules, the sonnet belonged in the humble drawer, a tiny love poem, insignificant. But Dante and Petrarch laughed at that. They took this little song and filled it with theology, philosophy, cosmic longing. They didn't break the wheel, they reinvented it, proving that greatness isn't about size, it's about depth. Was the sonnet secretly heretical? Not exactly, but it danced on the edge. The Cathars, a radical Christian sect, believed the body was a prison. The soul, divine light trapped in matter. Sound familiar? The sonnet's core tension, idealized love versus physical desire, echoed that Platonic dualism. Not heresy, but parallel evolution. Both asking, is true love spiritual or carnal? The sonnet didn't preach, it wrestled, and that's why it lasted. Then, it crossed the channel. Sir Thomas Wyatt and Henry Howard, Earl of Surrey, brought it to England. But English, fewer rhymes, so they rebuilt it. 3 quatrains, 1 final couplet, rhyme scheme, A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. And who mastered it? William Shakespeare. He didn't worship an unattainable goddess. He wrote to a young man, to a dark lady. He mocked Petrarchan cliches. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. He wrote about lust, betrayal, time, death, art's power to defeat oblivion. The English sonnet, less argument, more narrative, less resolution, more epigram, more punch, more truth. They called it a little song, but it outlived empires. It turned bureaucrats into visionaries. It turned heartbreak into philosophy. It turned 14 lines into a mirror for the human soul. And it's still being written, right now, by someone just like you. So tell us, what would your sonnet be about? Love, loss, rage, hope? What modern moment deserves this ancient form? Let us know in the comments. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button. It helps us reach more curious minds like yours. Subscribe to the channel, because next week we're revealing how hip-hop secretly uses sonnet structure. Yes, really. And don't forget, tap the notification bell. You won't want to miss it. Share this with your poetry lover, history nerd, literature student, or that friend who says poetry is dead. Spoiler, it's been evolving for 800 years. Because the greatest forms aren't trends, they're technology. And this one, it's still running. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and never underestimate the power of 14 lines with a turn in the middle.